Before I got married to my husband, Leviticus, when we were on courtship, he told me of the work that God called him to do. And he explained to me on how he has started the work already, and even the children that he adopted, that they are with him. That's even before we got married. When I reached there, the way he explained to me on how the village is, I went and saw exactly what he told me, how the people are living, and then the kind of people that are there.
I remember the first time we met in Unijos. I did a write-up and I was pasting it on the wall as a way of evangelizing to people. When he saw me, he approached me and he was like, he would like to introduce me to SLM, that's Student Life Movement, an arm of Great Commission Movement. I was so excited to hear about missions. Since then, we've been friends.
We met some years back on campus, University of Jos. We actually studied the same course, and along the way, we became friends. I had passion for mission on account of coming across or meeting with Leviticus. He introduced me to Student Life Movement of Great Commission.
I came in contact with Leviticus sometimes in 2008. I walked into a room in the University of Jos campus to do follow-up for some students. I was meeting with them, and he was in that room. So he asked if you could join that group, and I said, why not? And that was the beginning of our friendship. He started attending the discipleship meeting with us. Right now, I will tell you that I can't remember the people I was discipling him together with them, because they did not stay true. But he stuck through all that we were doing. He became one of the core leaders of our movement on University of Jos campus, through which he raised a lot of disciples.
December 2012, he told me that he will be going, that he's not going to use his certificate. He's going to be a full-time missionary. So he told me about a new field that they found in Niger State, that they are going to go and start a new mission work there. So when they went there, I think November, December 2012, he told me about the life in the community. They call it Tungamaji.
I work with him, in that mission field. He served as a field leader, and of which we are running a school, that is primary school. He also served as a head teacher in the school, and so we are about 5 in numbers in the school. So he was the one heading the school.
He's the man that has passion for education. As a young man, if you come under him, he will encourage you to further your school, and also as a missionary in the field. We are not on salary basis, and the little support that used to come to him, he will know how to do it so that he will share it for every missionary.
On the 21st of May, 2021, in the morning, our school pupils came to school. They were in the school. My husband went to school, and then he came back home to come and pick something in the house, because the house is very close to the school. And then after some few minutes, we saw all the school pupils run to the house. And my husband asked them that what happened, that all of them are running to the house. So the children now told him that they saw people are running away, that these bandits people are coming. So when he called people from the side, they told him that yes, that it is true, the people are coming, but they have stopped in a particular place, that they are seeing them presently. Even as they are talking, they are seeing them, but they don't know the exactly direction that they are going to go. So my husband now told the children that everybody should go back home, and then he asked us that we should lock all the doors of the house so that we will get out of the house to go and hide in the bush, and that's what we did. So we went to the bush after some few minutes, and then we discovered the people are coming. But they divided themselves, because the road is 2. They divided themselves, and some of them, one of the roads is very close to where we are. Those that follow the other roads came and passed after some minutes before the ones that follow the road close to our house came. So when we discovered they are coming to the direction where we hide, so we run from there back home. So on our way coming back home, my husband carried us on machine. So he was telling me that, okay, that what we are going to do, that we are going to leave our place and move to the other neighboring village. On our way going, we reached a house close to where we are. We saw people gather in the house. So I now told my husband, I said, okay, since people are gathering here, let's go there so that we get information of what is happening. When we reached there, the people there now told us that in the local government where those other ones that follow the other roads, they reached the local governments there, and then police and soldiers, they were exchanging bullets with the people over there. And even from where we are hearing the sound of bullets that they were shooting over there.
The last time I spoke with Leviticus Makpa of blessed memory was was around 11 or so on Friday 21st. Then about around 12:50 or thereabout, I got a text message. When I checked, it was his message. He said, please, we are under attack. Please raise prayer for us. Don't call, send text. So it shook me, but I just calmed myself. I was with a friend of mine. I just went out behind his house and I spent some time praying, asking God to watch over them and to protect them.
That day he called me and told me that he can sight bandits from afar. I was not really myself when he told me that, you know. So I had to stand up, you know, and just move around. I was praying for them. Then I think around 11:12, I tried his line. It was not going through. I keep trying his lines. None of his line was switched off. So I became so scared. I was like, what's happening? So I called one of my friend, Affordia, and I said, I've been trying Leviticus number. His number is not going through. And he told me that he sent a text message to him that he should not call him. He should only send message. So I was like, okay. I was a bit calm when I heard that.
So we were there like an hour, and then we discover the people were coming back to the community. That's where we are. So when we saw them coming, I told my husband that no, we need to leave this place because the way these people are coming, because whenever they go for their operation and they fought with either soldier or police, they normally come with anger. So we were there when they came. On their way coming, they came directly to the compound. That's where the mission base is. They came, all of them went and parked the machine there. When we saw them coming, so the man of the house said now that we should run and go and hide inside a room. So my husband with some 4 men, my husband was holding our firstborn baby, and then with me, with one adopted girl that is staying with us. So I follow my husband with the men to the Baba room. So we were there. After some few minutes when they came, so we started hearing sound of the people breaking doors in our compound. We discovered immediately all of them now carry all of their machine, and then they came around the room where we are. So they were asking that where are the people inside this house. So one man that we were together inside the room was like, he want to press the door because the door was not that kind of strong door like that. The people outside were trying to push the door, and the man was like trying to press it. So the people outside used force and push the door. So when they enter inside the room, my husband was holding the baby and came and knelt down at the center of the room and he raised his hand and was begging them that please, that he begged them that they should just tell him anything they want us to do for them, that we will do it. So they refused to answer him. So the next thing they just start shooting their guns They were just shooting bullets. So as my husband begged them, they refused to listen to what he's saying. He went back and sat down. They point gun as straight at my husband. So the first gun that they shoot went and shoot our baby on the stomach, and the intestine just blew out. Then blood was coming out of his mouth and nose. My husband was crying and shouting that, oh, they killed his baby. He was shouting, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. The next thing, I see the gun, they shoot my husband on his head. And I was quiet. And even with all those things that I was watching, I was just like, although the gun, I know that the bullet has entered him, but I was still believing strongly in my heart that he's not dead. So at the process of dealing with me, he has one small sharp axe in his hand. He raised it that I should give him the money or he's going to cut my head. So at the point that he raised that axe, and the one of them rushed in and say, no, don't touch this woman, leave her. So the guy now brought down the axe that he was having. When they finished doing that with me, the rest of them that entered, they were searching the body of my husband, and then with the rest of men inside the room, they were searching them. I don't know what they were actually searching, but I know maybe possible they are searching for money, because they were searching their pockets. So at the process when they were searching them, I discovered their attention were away from me. So I was able to run out of the room. And even when I came outside, I reached outside, I discovered them, because they were much. They are all around the room. But I don't really know how God helped me that I was out of the place. And even with the bullets that they were shooting everywhere in the room, I was standing on the center, holding my baby, and the adopted girl that was with us. She was holding me at the back. We are standing at the center, and bullets were flying everywhere in the room. Because from this other door, they were shooting gun, and this other one, they were shooting. The bullets were just flying everywhere. But I was just imagining, I don't really know what has really protected me, but I believe it is God.
That fox have been pulling you down. Can you just pray that God help me from now henceforth at the reason of
He lived a godly life. He walked in the field. He must have completed his assignment over there and here on earth. Otherwise, Leviticus wouldn't have gone the way he went.
Dungamaje will not be the same. It's going to be transformation. It's going to be change. It's going to be total turnaround, since his blood have gone to the ground. So there is going to be total turnaround because of this.
He said it makes me understand something, and I learned, for me now, I said that is the last thing I will ever fear. Because if my brother will go this way for the Lord, I'm just waiting for that day that I will also be done, so that I will still go and meet my brother in heaven.
He has set my heart on fire. I've learned so much from him. Now I got to know what it means for one to really give his life to Christ. Because Leviticus gave his life to Christ. He has really left a great legacy that most of us were day and night working to see that we propagate the gospel of Christ.
Someone once told me in the midst of my challenges over his demise that don't worry, when the Lord is returning, Leviticus will come with him again. So I'm looking at what am I doing with my life? How faithful am I engaging in the work of God? But he has been a great blessing to my life. I've seen a man that served God with a selfless motive. When we look at that, it should be also an example for us to cry unto God that wherever there is a lack of the character or the traits of God's nature in us, we should cry for supply. That our hearts, within our hearts, the love of God should compel us to do good, even in the midst of those that are resisting us.
But the joy I have is the fact that a seed that he has planted, that God has used him to plant, that seed will never die. That's the greatest joy I have, that the seed will never die. It's going to bring forth missionaries, it's going to bring forth men and women who will follow Jesus.